They're Coming to Take Me Away, Ha-Haaa, is a 1966 novelty record by Jerry Samuels, recorded under the name Napoleon XIV. Released on Warner Brothers Records, the song became an instant success in the United States, peaking at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 Popular Music Singles chart on August 13 and reaching number 4 on the UK Singles Chart. Background: at the time the song was written, Jerry Samuels was a recording engineer at Associated Recording Studios in New York. Using a device called a variable frequency oscillator, he was able to alter the pitch of a recording without changing the tempo, for example, making voices higher or lower. From this came the idea for a song based on the rhythm of the old Scottish tune The Campbells Are Coming. Story: the lyrics describe the effect on the mental health of an individual after a breakup. The main character is seemingly addressing an ex-girlfriend, and describes his descent into madness after she has left him. However, the last verse of the song alludes to his dog running away. "I cooked your food, I cleaned your house, and this is how you pay me back, for all my kind unselfish loving deeds, huh? Well, you just wait, they'll find you yet, and when they do they'll put you in the ASPCA, you mangy mutt." And Euro, his paranoid thinking makes him believe he is being pursued by men in clean white coats, who are coming to transport him to the funny farm, and welcomes them as an end to his misery. Record structure: the recording is set primarily to a rhythm tapped on a snare drum and tambourine. The performer speaks rhythmically rather than singing the lyric, and the sparse, multi-tracked looped percussion track features a siren sounding in and out of the chorus. According to Samuels, the vocal glissando was achieved by Samuels manipulating tape recording speeds, a variation on the technique used by Ross Bagdasarian in creating the original Chipmunks novelty songs. In addition, a siren is heard when the voice gets higher, and then dissipates when it's back to the regular voice. Continuing the theme of insanity, the flip or B-side of the single was simply the A-side played in reverse, and given the title Ha-Haaa, your AMICARTOT Nemo C Riot, and the performer builders VIXTHOI a Florino 1/4 F. Most of the label affixed to the B-side was a mirror image of the front label, including the letters in the WB Shield logo. Only the label name, disclaimer, and recording master numbers were kept frontward. The reverse version of the song is not included on the original Warner Brothers album, although the title is shown on the front cover, whereas the title is actually spelled backward. The original single was reissued by Warner Brothers Records in 1973, entering the Billboard Hot 100 at number 87. The reissue featured the Burbank Palm Trees label. As with the original release, the labels for the reissue's B-side also included mirror-imaged print except for the disclaimer, record catalog and track master numbers. The Burbank motto at the top of the label was also kept frontward, as well as the WB letters in the Shield logo, which had been printed in reverse on the originals. In his book of rock lists, rock music critic Dave Marsh calls Ha-Haaa, your AMICARTOT Nemo C Riot the most obnoxious song ever to appear in a jukebox, saying the recording once cleared out a diner of 40 patrons in 3 minutes flat. Backlash: They're Coming to Take Me Away, Ha-Haaa, has the distinction of being the song to drop the furthest within the top 40 in a single week. It charted for 5 weeks during 1966. In week 3 it peaked at number 3, it scored number 5 in week 4, and fell to number 37 in week 5. This was because radio programmers removed the song from their playlists, fearing an adverse reaction from people who might consider the song to be ridiculing the mentally ill. This occurred most notably in the New York market, where both the New York top 40 music radio stations of the time, WABC and WMCA, banned broadcasting of the song. Opposition to the banning saw teenagers picketing WMCA, carrying such signs as, "We're coming to take WMCA away," "Unfair to Napoleon in every way." A plane also flew a banner to protest WMCA's banning the record. Sequels: I'm Happy They Took You Away, Ha-Haaa, was recorded by a female performer billed as Josephine 15, and was the closing track on side 2 of the 1966 Warner Brothers album. Josephine was the name of a spouse of the French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, hence the connection. A variation of They're Coming to Take Me Away, Ha-Haaa was also done by Jerry Samuels, from that same album entitled, Where the Nuts Hunt the Squirrels, where Samuels, towards the end of the track, repeats the line, They're trying to drive me sane. Ha-Haaa, before the songs fade, in a fast-tracked higher voice. In 1966, KRLA DJ Emperor Bob Hudson recorded a similarly styled song titled I'm Normal, including the lines They came and took my brother away, the men in white picked him up yesterday but they'll never come take me away, 'cause I'm okay/I'm normal. Another line in the song was, I eat my peas with a tuning fork. The record was credited simply to the Emperor. In 1988, Samuels wrote and recorded They're Coming to Get Me Again, Ha-Haaa, a sequel to the original record. It was included on a single 2 years later on the Collectibles label. Recorded with the same beat as the original, and portraying Napoleon XIV relapsing to madness after being released from an insane asylum, it never charted, and was combined with the original 1966 recording on side A. In the song, instead of a mangy mutt, for his lost dog, Napoleon is bemoaning the loss of his pet monkey. In the song, instead of the funny farm, and the happy home, Napoleon XIV is being taken away to the loony bin, and the rubber room. Towards the end of the song, he relapses into the funny farm, and the happy home, until when reality sinks in, he cries out at a fast-track double voice with the words, "Oh no." Before the beat ends, and a door slam is heard, indicating that he has been locked up in the insane asylum. The recording appeared on disc releases by Dr. Demento in 1975 as part of Dr. Demento's Delights, then in subsequent Dr. Demento LP records released in 1985, 1988 and 1991. In another version, after the original song fades out, only heard on Dr. Demento, the following brief dialogue occurs. A cop asks Napoleon, "Hey, buddy," in which Napoleon answers, "Yes, officer." In which the cop asks him, "You ahead?" To which Napoleon answers him, "No, but I'm catching up. Hey hey." Cover versions. 3 cover versions of the song were recorded in 1966. A translation of the song in the Hessian dialect of German was recorded by German beat group The King Beats, credited on the record label as Malapartas 2, titled Ich glaub, die Hol mich ab, Ha-Haaa. An Italian-language cover version was recorded by Ibe Lordi with the title Vengono a porta si via. Or Kim Fowley released a cover of the song as his second single, After the Trip. Jeff Duff, as Cyril Trotz, covered They're Coming to Take Me Away, Ha-Haaa, in 1984 on his Debona LP. The Monkees' song Gonna Buy Me a Dog, sung by Mickey Dolenz, features Davy Jones teasing Dolenz toward the fade of the song with the words They're Coming to Take Us Away, Ha-Haaa, taken from Napoleon XIV's song. Experimental music band Nurse with Wound used some of the lyrics from the song for their limited 7 inches release No Hiding from the Blackbird Burial of the Sardine. Biz Markie also covers this song on Make the Music with Your Mouth, Biz, but he changes most of the lyrics. The record was remade by the band Lard on their album The Last Temptation of Reed in 1990. In 1998, Amanda Lear included this song in her compilation Made in Blood and Honey. The song is referenced in the lyrics of the Mudvayne song Internal Primates Forever on LD 50. Stone Sour also covered this song on their 2001 demo CD, giving it the name Death Dance of the Frogfish, and has also used it as exit music while on tour. Swedish death industrialists Brighter Death Now included a version of the song on their 2005 recording Kamikaze Cabaret. Neurotic Fish covered the song on Jelp in 2005 with a much darker and more techno feel. A new version by Napoleon's Ghost was produced by Les Fradkin in 2006. It has enjoyed substantial sales as an Apple iTunes digital download. The flip or B-side of the single was recreated as well by Napoleon's Ghost. Ha-Haaa, Your AMIKRTOT Nemo See Right. Ray Stevens covered the song in 2012 for his 9-CD Encyclopedia of Recorded Comedy Music collection, complete with vocal speed changes and a funny sped-up laugh. Butcher Babies covered the song on their EP Uncovered in 2014. In 2015, a Latin-language version was written, called In Vinculis Spunt, Ha-Haaa. Or, They're Going to Throw Me in Chains, Ha-Haaa. This version, like the original, is in trochaic meter. References